all about, just
Yep.
people
Okay. Sorry.
getting information and understanding these things so that they too can talk about it. Without further ado, Peter's gonna say some things, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna not talk as much as my daughter, she's more of a speaker, but my journey started about 2004. In 2004, I started getting PS levels that started looking bad. So each year at my birthday, I'd end up having to take another PSA. And I always dreaded that, because right after my PSA, I'd have to get a biopsy, because the PSA was high, and then I'd get a biopsy. So it'd be about almost a month and a half, worrying about this all the time. Normally, they would just send me a letter. Week afterward, I'd get a letter, and it'd say, fine. But on the 5th time, the nurse called me and said, I think you should come in and see the doctor. So it's like, well, why did you just tell me, I knew it. So we went in and looked at all the options for that, and it turned out that the best option for us was to go into a trial with the CyberKnife. And had a very good experience with the CyberKnife. It's very effective. I'm in a 10-year trial, so I go in every 6 months and they do all my blood tests and all that other stuff. It was probably good that I had that, because when one of the medicines that I took for my prostate made my breast sensitive. And when I checked around, they said that that could cause like some cyst on your breast, and it might not be that significant. But because it kept hurting a lot, and it got to the point where it started hurting my chest wall, I started kind of panicking. I think, well, maybe I have something. Maybe I have bone cancer, or I have something. I never thought of breast cancer. So finally, we went to the emergency room, and they came out, and the guy said, I think you need one of these. I think you need to have this looked at. And then so quickly we talked to our doctor. We had a good doctor who helped me with my prostate cancer, who helped me go and do all the other things. And then all of a sudden it was bing, 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 bing. On Wednesday you find out, and then you go. I went and talked to the surgeon, and I had surgery on the next Wednesday, and then they didn't know what to treat me, because they said, well, we don't have that many men that come in here, so we don't know what to do with you. So so they said, oh, we'll start with chemo. And so then they started on chemo, and then the doctor said, well, I think you need to have radiology, and I have that too. So it just kept being like every day they would just slam me with another thing. I went through the chemo and the radiation without too much problem at all. The worst problem I had was the Neulasta that they would give me, and that would knock me over. I would just get chills, and I would get real wobbly and everything, and that was the worst part. So that's kind of it. And then I was kind of feeling bad about passing this on to my child, and then that was kind of an emotional thing. But everyone said, well, maybe it's good that we found out about this, and so it didn't turn out to be a surprise for my daughter. So that's kind of my story.